Hello and welcome to day 4 of Gabrielle's English Diary. Today we're going to talk about a much needed Jeju getaway. Ooh. 나 여기는 much needed, 꼭 필요한, 그리고 제주 getaway 뭘까요? Getaway means 뭔가 힐링 여행. 그럼 여기는 꼭 필요한 제주 힐링 여행. 같이 볼까요? Sentence number 1. 집에서 나가고 싶은 충동이 든 적이 있는가? Our Korean learners say, have you felt the urge to go out of the house before? But our native speakers say, have you ever had one of those cravings where you just want to get out of the house? 함께 비교해 볼까요? 여기는 have you ever felt the urge to go out of the house before? 여기는 felt the urge sounds like a textbook. 좀 딱딱하고 we don't use this very much in speaking. Instead, have you ever had one of those cravings? Now, craving 뭐였죠? Craving means 뭔가 욕망. We use it a lot about food. Like, wow, I have a craving for chocolate. Or I have a craving for pizza. But we can also use it about something that we want to do strongly. Now, instead of have you, if I say have you, I'm just asking. For example, have you done your homework? Have you done the dishes? 여태까지 그런 경험이 있는지 have you ever is better. Have you ever. 그리고 have you ever 쓰면은 굳이 before 안 넣어도 돼요. Okay? Now, here, where you just want to. 이거 뭘까요? We're explaining the situation in an emotional way. For example, I had a dream where I was flying. This is not about location. Instead, we're explaining the situation with where, our emotional feelings. Go out of the house이랑 get out of the house. 어떻게 다를까요? Go out of the house is just 말 그대로 go out. But get out 뭔가 get out 이렇게 벗어나고 싶은 느낌이 있으니까 이 상황에서 더 감정 있고 잘 쓸 수 있는 표현입니다. So, let's say it one more time. Have you ever had one of those cravings where you just want to get out of the house? 자, 두 번째. 남편과 나는 치매 때문에 몇 주 동안 집에 갇혀 있었더니 답답해 미칠 지경이었다. Now, when you hear 답답하다, a lot of students say frustrated. 이런 상황에는 조금 안 어울리는 단어예요. Native speakers usually say, my husband and I have been feeling stir crazy after weeks of being stuck inside because of the cold. Now, here, let's compare. Here, felt so frustrated, have been feeling stir crazy. 어떻게 달라요? One is have PP and one is just past tense. 왜 have PP 이런 상황에 맞을까요? Because felt so frustrated means that feeling is over. 끝났다. Simple past tense. 근데 have been feeling은 현재 완료 진행. 이 feeling 아직도 있는 거야. 예를 들면 I've been feeling sick for the past couple days. 그러면 for the past couple days 계속 아픈 상태고 지금도 아픈 상태. 여기는 I've been feeling stir crazy. Whoa, stir crazy. Stir crazy. We're being in one place for too long and we just want to move and go out and do somewhere. This is an idiom, 관용어, stir crazy. I'm feeling stir crazy. Good. Now, I had to stay in my house. 이랑 being stuck inside because of the cold. Here, I had to stay in my house. This is just 약간 설명적. It's okay, but 감정이 약간 없어요. 예를 들면, I had to stay in my house to watch my brother last weekend. 그냥 설명하는 거죠. 뭐 나쁘지 않은데 after weeks of being stuck inside 뭔가 갇혀있는 상태 계속 있었던 거예요. 그럼 stuck inside 훨씬 더 감정 있고 재미있는 표현으로 쓸 수 있습니다. Here, my husband and I have been feeling stir crazy after weeks of being stuck inside because of the cold. 여기는 there's one more thing that's different. Here, there's no the. And here, there's the. The is one of the hardest parts of the English language, and it's also not easy to explain. But here, when I first read this, when my student gave it to me, I thought, 이거 추위 때문인가 아니면 감기 때문인가? 추위로 쓸 때는 보통 the cold를 자주 쓰고 감기로 쓸 때는 a cold. 예를 들면 I'm stuck inside because of a cold 하면은 감기 때문에 갇혀 있는 거예요. 근데 I'm stuck inside because of the cold. 이거 추위 때문에 갇혀 있는 거예요. 와, 재밌지 않아요? A and the 차이. Okay. Next. Number 3. 그래서 우리는 답답함에서 벗어나기 위해 여행을 가기로 했고 짧은 겨울 여행을 위해 일주일 휴가를 냈다. 우리 한국인 학습자들은 So, to be able to get out of the frustration, I decided to travel and I took a week off for the short winter vacation. But our native speakers? So, we decided to take a trip to break free and took a week off for a short winter getaway. 그냥 보기만 해도 이거는 길고 이거는 짧고, 그렇죠? Now, let's talk about how they're different. So, in our first part, so to be able to get out of the frustration, so we decided to take a trip. Now, to be able to get out of 뭔가 직역적이고 바로바로 해석된 느낌이 들어요. So instead, you can just say, we decided to take a trip to break free. 이거는 벗어나고 싶다. Break free, 벗어나고 싶다. Now, we decided to take a trip. Here, take a trip이랑 travel. Travel is more of a general term. We talk about going on trips in general, like, wow, I love to travel to new places. 근데 take a trip, 뭔가 one trip, specific trip, one time. We're going on a trip to Jeju this weekend. Or we're taking a trip this summer. One specific trip, right? So general is travel. 뭔가 specific is take a trip. Now, next, I took a week off for the short winter vacation. Now, here, vacation이랑 getaway, 어떻게 다를까요? Vacation is more about school or work. We're taking time off from school or work is more of a vacation. But getaway is more of a healing 여행. 뭔가 와, 나는 I need a getaway. I need to get away from life. That's where getaway came from. I need to get away from life. I need a getaway. So, a short winter getaway. Now, number 4. 남편이 온라인으로 티켓을 예매하면서 다음 금요일 괜찮을까? 라고 묻었다. Our Korean learners say, my husband booked the ticket online and asked me, is it okay to go next Friday? But native speakers say, my husband was booking our tickets online. Does next Friday work for us? Here, booked and was booking. If we say booked the ticket and then ask me, it's like 먼저 예매하고 물어보면 어떡해? 벌써 예매했는데 왜 물어봐? Then instead of this, was booking. 뭔가 예매하면서 물어봤다. This tells us that these two events are happening at the same time. Okay? Next, on online. 여기는 on 있으니까 굳이 on도 얘기 안 해도 돼요. So, my husband was booking our tickets online. Does next Friday work for us? 이랑 is it okay to go next Friday? 이거, picture yourself. Your son or daughter is looking at you and they're saying, Mom, is it okay if I go to my friend's house? 이 상황에서 who has the power? You do. You're the parent. 근데 이 상황에서 who has the power? Nobody. 동일하죠? We're equal. So this phrase doesn't really work. Is it okay? 약간. It gives the other person more power. Is it okay? 이런 그림이죠. Is it okay? Is it okay? This works much better. Does next Friday work for us? If you're at work and you're talking about a meeting, you have to arrange the time. You can say, oh, does 4 o'clock work for you? Let's meet then. Good. One more time. My husband was booking our tickets online. Does next Friday work for us? 자, 5번째. 좋아. 근데 해외 가기엔 부담스럽고 어딜 가야 될까? 내가 물었다. Good, but it's too burden to go abroad. So where should we go? I asked. Versus, yeah, we can't afford to go international. So where should we go? I asked. Now here, 여기는 부담스럽고 있잖아요. 부담 생각하면은 한국인 학습자들은 보통 burden으로 생각하고 if you turn it into an adjective, it's burdensome. 여기 burden actually 문법적 안 돼. 왜냐면 here's too 너무 you need an adjective after. But here if we add burdensome but it's too burdensome to go abroad 이거는 너무 무겁고 스피킹 할 때 진짜 안 맞는 표현이에요. 안 쓰는 게 나아요. 여기는 instead we can't afford to go international. Can't afford to 엄청 잘 써요. 스피킹 할 때. Not only about money but also about like psychological things. If I want to get married and have children but I'm getting older then I can't afford to waste time on men who don't want to commit. 이럴 때는 진짜 잘 쓰는 표현입니다. I can't afford to. Now, here to go abroad or to go international 둘 다 괜찮아요. Abroad is usually used more when we're talking about studying or working. Like, I want to work abroad. I want to study abroad. 이럴 때는 더 자주 쓰는 표현이에요. Number 6. 난 너무 춥지만 않다면 어디든 괜찮아. 제주도는 어때? 지금 좋은 할인 행사가 진행 중이야. 라며 남편이 제안했다. Now, let's look at the first part. It's okay for me to go anywhere if it's not too cold. How about Jeju? I'm up for anything as long as it's not too cold. How about Jeju Island? Now, let's talk about the difference. Here, if이랑 as long as 어떻게 다를까요? If is a little bit more direct and as long as 조금 더 부드럽고 푹신푹신한 표현이에요. 예를 들면 you inviting your friend to the party and you say, hey, do you want to come? Your friend says, I'll go if you're there. 약간 okay, so she won't go if I'm not there? Okay, 이렇게 들리는 거고 I'll go as long as you're going. 이렇게 부드럽게 들리고 Oh, of course I'll go. 이렇게 대답 나올 거예요. So as long as is a little bit softer and better for speaking in most situations. Now, here, it's okay for me to go anywhere. 문법적으로 괜찮지만 너무 깁니다. 약간 불필요하게 깁니다. So, instead, we have this great phrase. 와, I'm up for anything. I'm up for anything. 이거 진짜 유용하고 잘 쓸 수 있는 표현이니까 외워두세요. Now, as long as it's not too cold. How about Jeju Island? 지금 좋은 할인 행사가 진행 중이야. 라며 남편이 제안했다. Oh, good sale is going on, my husband suggested. And they've got a great sale going on right now, he suggested. So in this situation, we use they a lot. Do you want to go to Starbucks? They have a great new coffee out right now. Instead of saying Starbucks, we're saying they. 이렇게 they 잘 씁니다. 근데 선생님, 여기는 good sale인데 왜 그러니 여기는 great sale이에요? 와, 이것도 되게 재밌어요. Great sale is what we call a collocation. A collocation is 영어의 곧. 피니까 you can see all these beautiful things together. Now, collocations are phrases or words that usually come out together. So, good sale 문법적으로 맞지만 원어민들이 don't say good sale. Instead, we say great sale or amazing deal. 이런 거는 그냥 자연스럽게 그렇게 되는 거죠. So, great sale is a collocation, which means native speakers usually use these two words together. Okay? One more time. They've got a great sale going on right now, he suggested. 마지막! 그리고 그렇게 우리의 제주도 여행 본격적으로 시작되었다. And then our Jeju trip finally started. And just like that, our trip to Jeju was set in motion. 뭔가 감정 차이 느낄 수 있죠, 벌써? And then is a good transition, but 뭔가 감정이 없고 그냥 I did this and then I did this 이런 느낌이 들고 And just like that, 그냥 그렇게 And just like that, yeah, this is a great transition to add a little bit of emotion and fun to your sentences. Now, here, our trip to Jeju was set in motion. Finally started. 뭔가 기다림이 끝에 started이니까 여기는 조금 잘 안 맞고 finally is more about like, the bus finally came. I was waiting forever. 근데 여기는 약간 신나고 이렇게 얘기하고 싶으니까 finally started 말고 set in motion. When we're starting something exciting, we're doing something new, we want to do it, we can use this phrase. Oh, and just like that, my English journey was set in motion. Great. Now, one more time. And just like that, our trip to Jeju was set in motion. Wonderful! We had fun comparing the two Korean learners and native speakers. When we do this, we can learn a lot about how to make our sentences a little more natural. Now, I will join you to go deeper into these reading points in the next class. See you there!
Day 4. A much-needed Jeju getaway. Have you ever had one of those cravings where you just want to get out of the house? My husband and I have been feeling stir-crazy after weeks of being stuck inside because of the cold. So, we decided to take a trip to break free and took a week off for a short winter getaway. My husband was booking our tickets online. Does next Friday work for us? Yeah, we can't afford to go international, so where should we go? I asked. I'm up for anything, as long as it's not too cold. How about Jeju Island? They've got a great sale going on right now, he suggested. And just like that, our trip to Jeju was set in motion.
Usually quickly or briefly, and this is neutral tone, so it can be formal and it can be informal. Now, I hear a lot of mistakes with favorite because it's a really common word that almost all English students